Chosen one, listen carefully. This is a call from the highest place, a spiritual alarm sounding straight from the halls of heaven. You are here for a purpose, not by chance. The Spirit of the Lord has brought you to this exact moment because something seismic is shifting, both in your world and in the world at large. Now is not the time to drift or be distracted by trivial things. No, this is the time to stand still, to listen, and to respond with all your heart because everything is about to change. The Lord has spoken. When you see this, He says, you must begin to hide. Make no mistake, this is not about fear. It's about obedience, divine timing, and divine protection. God is positioning His chosen ones, not to flee in panic, but to be concealed, covered, and prepared. There is a moment, a distinct sign that will mark the beginning of a major spiritual event. You will feel it. You will know it. And when it arrives, you must withdraw because the enemy's agenda is about to rise in intensity. What is coming is not random, it is planned. Invisible and visible systems are being established right now, designed to distract, derail, and ultimately destroy the purpose of the chosen. But the Lord says, not so. You are being warned ahead of time and sheltered before the storm. Your obedience now will determine your protection later. Perhaps you're already sensing the stirrings. Sudden disconnects from people, doors that once opened now closing, your spirit becoming more sensitive and aware, an inner stirring you can't explain. These are not coincidences, they are prophetic signals from the Lord. It is time to come away, to be still, and to prepare for what is about to be released. Pause now and heed this call. There are actions you must take immediately. Let your actions speak. Stand in spiritual agreement. Though it may seem mundane right now, clicking like or subscribe is not about vanity. It's an act of alignment. Let your voice proclaim, here I am. I'm paying attention. Say a number if you must. Let it be a symbol, an angelic marker, a token of clarity and order. Let the atmosphere know, I am aligned. I am aware. I am ready. Because if you are truly one of the chosen, you will stay with this message to the end. Your spirit already knows this is not ordinary. This is a divine moment, a warning, a revelation, a call to separate, to listen, and to follow the voice of God with urgency and precision. Many will skip this message, many will scroll past and miss their hour. But not you. Because you are awake. You are sealed. You were born for such a time as this. Now we go deeper. What God has revealed is not merely symbolic, it is real, specific, and unfolding. Stay with me, this is not practice. The reset has already begun. Everything around you is shaking. Some feel it and ignore it, while others pretend it's not happening. But you feel it in your bones. There is no room for confusion anymore. The time for wondering is over. This is the moment that will define before and after. You must decide which side you are on. Every moment wasted now will cost more than you can imagine. You weren't placed here by coincidence. You have been molded by pain, shaped by isolation, and tested in silence because your role was never meant to be ordinary. You were chosen to stand while everything else collapses. That's why it feels heavy, that's why your life has pushed harder than others. Because when this realignment hits, you were built to carry something only you could carry. And now it has arrived. It isn't coming, it is here. The illusions are cracking, and the lies are bleeding out. In this chaos, the truth is rising, and you are rising with it. Don't look for confirmation from others. Don't wait for permission. You were already called. All that remains is your response. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. It's loud, sharp, and final. You'll feel odd energy in the air. Things will feel off, though you can't name why. That is your first signal. Disruptions will ripple outward, people will behave strangely, technology might glitch, and emotions will spike without obvious reason. Do not ignore it. That is your signal. And when it hits, there is one directive: withdraw, hide, stay in, and guard your energy. Silence is safety. This isn't hiding because you are afraid, it's strategic. When a system resets, those who survive are those who detach from the noise and align with the new code. You must pull back, avoiding crowds and aimless chatter. Treat your space like sacred ground because it is. You are entering a frequency that few understand. If you don't protect it, it will be snatched away by the chaos. Do not explain your silence. Do not justify your absence. Do not feel guilty. What's about to hit will be harder than anyone anticipates. And when it does, the ones who stayed alert, the ones who obeyed the signs will be those who rise above it. This isn't a game. When you see the signs, move, act quietly, stay hidden. What's coming is no longer optional, the reset won't wait for permission. It has already been triggered. Institutions will fail, systems will collapse. On the surface, the world may seem normal, but underneath, everything is unraveling. You must understand this deeply. This shift is not human-made, it is divine. Once divine momentum begins, no force, neither time, politics, nor science, can stop it. If you cling to what's crumbling, you'll fall with it. Let go of the old. Release your need for comfort. The era you knew is ending, and it will not return. This isn't about ease, it's about survival, clarity, and spiritual realignment. The old system was built to keep you small, confused, and distracted. Now that it's collapsing, your spirit is being released. Don't cling to what was never meant to sustain you. You were built to lead into the new order. But you cannot lead while tethered to the past. Stop trying to mend what's dying. Step back, watch, learn, prepare. You'll see people in panic, people clinging, people lying. But that is not your way. Your path is higher. The shift is here. It is ruthless for the unprepared. But for you, the prepared, it's your greatest liberation. The force moving now is unstoppable, and so are you. There will be a moment, sudden and unmistakable, when your body feels a surge of energy, like an unseen force coursing through you. Your heart may race, your mind may spin. This is not panic, it is your soul coming alive, your internal alarm going off. When this ignition hits, everything changes. It's not random, it's the beginning. Your emotions will sharpen and your instincts will fire. You may feel uncomfortable, maybe overwhelmed, but that discomfort isn't weakness. It is activation. The pressure inside isn't a warning, it's a reboot. When electricity returns to a dead machine, it shakes. You are that machine. When your system turns back on, it is ancient, powerful, precise. Don't stifle it. Don't distract from it. Don't dull it. Feel it, trust it, and move with it. This is the moment that divides watchers from warriors. You are not being frightened, you are being summoned. The tension you feel isn't proof that something's wrong, it's proof that something powerful is being born within you. Protect your energy like gold. Stay alert. Don't react impulsively, respond strategically. Not everyone around you will appreciate this new version of you, and they're not meant to. This isn't about them, it's about your evolution. The surge will push you forward, only if you let go of what's holding you back. Feel it. Harness it. This is your time to move, to act, to step fully into your next phase. The surge is your signal. There is a reason you are told to hide, a reason you are pulled from the noise. This is not weakness, it is divine protection. You are not meant to be exposed right now, you are being shielded, covered, and separated. At this stage, your energy is too sensitive and too precious to be diluted by public chaos. This is the cocoon stage, and cocooning always comes before transformation. Stay away from crowds, drama, and low-frequency chatter. Keep your circle tight, fewer or none at all. Even well-meaning people can drain you now. This isn't personal, it's energetic. What is being recalibrated in you is delicate and divine. If you expose it too early, you'll abort the process. Silence is sacred. Now, distance is strategic. When you hide, you're not disappearing, you are preparing, stabilizing, reconnecting, and rewiring your inner world so that when the outer world crumbles, you remain standing. Do not explain your distance. Do not justify your silence. This is the season where true chosen ones separate from the crowd. And what comes next for you requires privacy, not popularity. Distraction is the weapon designed to keep you asleep. Social media noise and meaningless conversations are all tools meant to drown out the inner voice screaming at you, "Wake up." You can no longer afford to waste time on shallow things. This reset demands your full attention. You are not being dramatic, you are being summoned. Silence is now your power. Every second you give to distraction is a second stolen from your destiny. You must train yourself to detach, from the compulsion to respond, from the need to be liked, from the addiction to scrolling, chatting, and checking. The more distracted you are, the less connected you become to the guidance trying to reach you every moment of every day. Be still. Reclaim your time. Turn off the noise. Hear your thoughts again. You're not meant to be everywhere with everyone, you're meant to be deeply aligned with what's coming. That alignment demands sacrifice. Cut the noise. Cancel the distractions. Lock in. The future you're entering demands total focus. As the world shakes, you will rise. Not because you're escaping collapse, but because you're built differently. You are not being broken, you are being rebuilt. The old layers of your life, the pain, the trauma, the false identity, are being burned away so that the real you can emerge. You're not going back, you're going deeper into your divine self. Elevation isn't always glamorous, sometimes it looks like isolation, confusion, and silence. Sometimes it feels like you're being destroyed. But that's how diamonds are made. You have been under pressure, and now you're shifting form. This reset isn't just about the world, it's about you. The new world cannot be built unless the new version of you steps into its role. When the dust settles, they will look for leaders, not loud leaders, but real leaders who are tested, sharp, and authentic. And they'll find you. But for now, your job isn't to be seen, it's to be transformed. Elevation happens in silence, not applause. Let the world collapse, you are rising through the rubble. There are things happening in your body that science hasn't yet explained. Your cells are vibrating differently. Your nervous system is more sensitive now. Your dreams are more intense. This isn't illness, it's activation. Your DNA is being recoded. Your frequency is being rewired to match what the new world will require. You'll feel strange symptoms, fatigue, dizziness, emotional surges. Don't panic. Hydrate. Rest. Breathe. Your body is performing sacred work. You are becoming something new, not just metaphorically, but literally. What used to be tolerable is no longer so. What once felt normal now feels wrong because you are changing at your core. Your frequency is aligning with the truth of who you really are. You were designed to be the antenna, the receptor for new energy. You feel it first so you can guide others later. This is why you must remain still. Let the change occur. Let recalibration lead. Don't rush it. Don't fight it. Your biology is becoming a bridge between dimensions. Let it happen. You are the future in human form. You already sense it. You notice people fading away, conversations feeling hollow, friendships feeling forced. Old connections no longer resonate. This isn't coincidence. This is purification. The reset isn't just in the world, it's happening within your relationships. What isn't aligned must go. What is meant for you will either remain or return renewed. Don't grieve what's fading. Respect it, release it, and move on. Some people were only meant to be part of the version of you that's now dying. They were tied to your trauma, not your truth. You're not abandoning them, you're rising above. When your elevation is complete, your new circle will reflect your new self, pure, aligned, purposeful. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's lonely. But don't cling to connections just to fill space. Your next level needs people who see you, not need you. People who match your frequency, not drain you. This divine pruning is preparation for divine partnership, in friendship, family, and destiny. Let things fall apart, what remains will be real. The last wave approaching isn't something you can ride publicly. It is private, sacred, and dangerous if exposed prematurely. That's why you are being told again, stay hidden. Your purity, spiritual, mental, emotional, must be guarded at all costs. Exposure too soon could corrupt the process. You don't need to be seen now, you need to be fortified. The world isn't ready for what you carry. They'll question it, mock it, and misunderstand it. But this isn't about proving anything, this is about completion. You are in your final phase of transformation. Stay quiet. Stay low, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Lions don't roar while hunting, they wait, they watch, and they strike when the moment is right. Your silence is your power, your distance is your defense. While the world scrambles for attention, you're sharpening your sword. When the final wave hits, it will hit hard. But you will be ready because you obeyed the command to hide. Stay hidden, stay pure. Those who rise will be the ones who moved in silence. All the lies spoken about you are about to collapse. All the gossip, the judgment, will vanish like dust in the wind. Why? Because you no longer need to defend yourself. Divine correction is coming, the truth will surface, and those who misunderstood you will be forced to watch your rise in silence. This is the part where tables turn, where reputations flip, where everything twisted gets untangled for all to see. You won't need to speak, your transformation will be the proof. The ones who wrote you off will watch you become untouchable. This is not revenge, it's divine justice. Don't gloat. Don't chase applause. Just watch what happens when God steps in and clears your name. Every false word and every whisper behind your back will dissolve. In their place, a new story is being written, the true story. Your rise is undeniable, and nothing can stop it now. Nations may tremble, markets may fail, structures may collapse. This isn't conspiracy, it's prophecy. The world you knew will never look the same again. But here's the key, you were born for the rebuild. You are not a victim of the collapse, you are a leader of the reconstruction. While others run in panic, you will stand in clarity. You've been trained by trials, shaped by pain, and refined by intuition. You see beyond what they see, and that's exactly why you were chosen. The world doesn't need more noise when this is over. It will need vision, wisdom, and power. And you carry all three. This is not arrogance, it's your assignment. Get ready, prepare now, because when the shift completes, they will look for answers. And when they do, they'll find you standing, ready, resurrected. You are the new order. You've waited long enough. You've cried in silence, fought hidden battles, sacrificed, been isolated, and doubted. But all of that was for this moment. You're not being broken, you are being released. Everything that held you down is being burned off. What's emerging is the real you, unstoppable, unapologetic, unshakable. The reset will finish, the old you will vanish. And when that happens, you will rise like never before, not quietly, not timidly, but with divine force and clarity. This is your moment of becoming. You have walked through the death of who you thought you were. Now you walk into the birth of who you truly are. Stand tall. Speak boldly. Move with intention. The wait is over, the silence has ended. It's time to lead, time to build, time to embody everything you were created to be. You survived the fire, now become the flame. You may feel forgotten or invisible, as if no one sees you holding everything together. But the silence around you is not abandonment, it's divine preparation. You're not being ignored, you're being hidden with purpose. When something powerful is being formed, it's always done in the dark, a seed in the soil, a child in the womb, a diamond under pressure. This is your transformation. Your isolation isn't a punishment, it's insulation. You are being separated from the noise so that clarity can return, from the distractions so that vision can sharpen, and from those who drain you so you can recharge the muscles you'll need. The world doesn't understand this kind of preparation because most never reach it. But you're not most, you're chosen. And chosen ones are sharpened in silence. Yes, it gets lonely, but loneliness is where the voice of truth becomes louder. It's where your real voice, the one not shaped by fear or opinion, begins to live. When you stop chasing validation and start anchoring in conviction, you become unshakable. That version of you is exactly what this new era demands. So don't fight the quiet. Don't beg for company. Let the sacred work complete. Your silence is making you magnetic. Your stillness is making you powerful. When you emerge, you won't ask for your place, it will be given to you because you will be undeniable. There was a version of you that served its purpose, the survival version, the people-pleasing version, the overthinking version, the version filled with doubts and fears. It is now gone. You need to grieve it, mourn it, thank it, and then let it fall. Because the version rising in its place isn't like what came before. Transformation is messy. It's not a glow-up, it's a breakdown, a shatter, a rebuild. Sometimes it hurts more to let go of who you were than to face who you will become. But you cannot bring an old mindset into a new mission. You cannot wear the skin of a past life into the future. You were meant to lead. The new you has clarity. The new you doesn't negotiate worth. The new you isn't here to fit in but to call others out of their comfort zones. That kind of person will offend those still addicted to comfort. So be ready, be willing to be misunderstood, because true power never asks for permission. It just becomes what it was designed to be. Let it go, the weak version, the fearful version, the desperate version. Let it fall into ashes and rise. Rise with clear eyes, a straight spine, and an open heart. You don't need to return to who you used to be. That was just the cocoon. Now it's time to fly. Something ancient is awakening in you, and it's not passive. It's royal. Your energy is shifting from survival mode to sovereignty. You are not just waking up, you are stepping into authority, and it shows. The way you enter rooms, the way you hold your silence, the way you speak, it all changes. Not because you're trying, but because you are remembering who you are. This world taught you to shrink, to dim your light so others don't feel threatened. It praised humility when really you were suppressing your power. That false humility ends now. Because when you step into your true role, you discover that authority isn't about control, it's about presence. You don't chase acceptance, you don't seek approval. Validation doesn't fuel you. When you move in authority, the right things flow to you, not because you demand them, but because your frequency declares them. Your frequency becomes command, not request. That's what happens when a chosen one removes the limits on their identity and starts walking as who they were born to be. So walk like the crowns are already on your head. Speak like the vision is already fulfilled. Carry yourself like the shift has already occurred, because in the unseen realm, it has. Now, the natural must catch up. The reset doesn't only change the world, it changes you. And that means the parts of you that you ignored, buried, and lied about are surfacing. The old patterns, unhealed wounds, and fears you thought conquered, this isn't regression, it's purification. The shadow emerges not to shame you, but so it can finally be healed. You cannot ascend while dragging unresolved weight. What you don't face will sabotage your rise. This is your season to confront it without judgment and without panic. Look at your habits, your triggers, and your recurring patterns. Trace them to their roots. Speak truth over them, because truth is the weapon that breaks generational cycles. The old you numbed pain, avoided conflict, and buried feelings. But the rising you, the real you, feels everything and transforms it into wisdom. That is power. Power isn't pretending to be perfect, it's having the courage to walk through your fire and emerge purified. This isn't punishment, it's detox. And once you face your shadow, you become unstoppable because nothing outside you can control you when you have already claimed what's inside you. Have you ever wondered why people you once called close begin to treat you differently? Why they pull away, project, or dim around you? It's because your light is rising, and light triggers darkness. It reveals what others prefer to keep hidden. You aren't being punished, you are exposing what they're not ready to face in themselves. You don't have to say anything, your presence speaks louder than words. Now, when you enter a room, you shift its energy, not because you're arrogant, but because you are aligned. And alignment creates resistance in those who aren't aligned. Don't take it personally, take it as confirmation that you're stepping into the next level. Some people were only loyal to your struggle. The moment you rise, their masks drop. Don't fight for their approval. Don't beg for their closeness. Let the shift happen. Their reaction isn't your responsibility. Your only job is to keep shining, even if it blinds those hiding in darkness. Light attracts truth. Light repels lies. Light reveals what was meant to stay buried. And that's why your presence unsettles some. Keep going anyway. You weren't made to comfort people, you were made to awaken them. The institutions and structures of this world are shaking, and you can feel it. Everything is being questioned. Foundations you trusted now feel fake. That's because they were. The world is glitching and waking you up. But here's the truth, you were never meant to thrive in a system built to suppress you. That's why you always felt out of place. That's why your victories felt hollow, because your soul isn't here to blend in, it's here to disrupt. Don't be scared when things fall apart. Smile, because this is your moment. While others mourn what was, you were born to build what will be. You weren't trained to comply, you were trained to create. Your blueprint isn't from culture, it's from something deeper and eternal. Stop trying to fix what's dying. Stop trying to win in a game rigged against you. Let it fall. Watch it burn. And when it's gone, you'll step forward with your blueprint in hand and begin building what the new world needs. The era of passive words is over. Your voice is now a conduit, a weapon, a code. When you speak, things move, not because of magic, but because your alignment with truth has activated your power. This is not metaphor, it is spiritual technology, and it's real. Your words create, they imprint frequencies into existence. That's why your mind has been under attack, because the enemy knows that if your mind becomes focused, your voice becomes unstoppable. Speak life, speak future, speak healing, and speak authority. But stop spending your breath on self-doubt or petty fights. You are beyond that now. You are literally speaking the next version of your life into existence. Every word is a seed. Guard your language like it's sacred, because it is. When the world sees what comes from your words, it will finally understand, you weren't just talking. You were building realities. That tug in your chest, that whisper in your soul, it's not imagination, it's direction. The path you walk may not always make sense. It may look wild, it may look uncertain, but you'll feel it. And that feeling, that pull, is the GPS of your soul. You're being called somewhere higher, not just in status, but in frequency, clarity, and legacy. To get there, you must trust the unseen more than what you see. You must walk with spiritual confidence through a world built on illusions. You'll need to leave behind what feels safe. But safe is a lie. Purpose is the only real safety. Purpose never stays still, it calls, it demands courage, and you have it. You wouldn't feel the pull if you weren't already ready. Trust your route, even if it defies logic. Trust the signal, even if it doesn't make sense. Because where you're being led is home, where your true name lives. A line is being drawn right now between the awakened and those asleep, between those who rise in truth and those who drown in denial. This is the final separation. You don't have time to wait, you must decide right now who you will be. Neutrality is over, delay is dangerous. Every day you hesitate is a day stolen from your destiny. The shift is happening with or without your permission, but your alignment determines if you ascend or remain behind. You've seen too much to stay small. You've known too long to act blind. You are being asked this moment, will you rise? Will you follow the signal? Or will you fade into the dying world? Make the choice. Declare it. And when you do, everything will respond. The path will open, the fire will grow, and your real life, the one you were born for, will begin. You were taught to chase purpose, to hunt meaning, to seek power. But here's the truth, you are not looking for it. It's already inside you, buried under years of fear, noise, and programming. But it's there, and now it's breaking out. You don't need to become someone else, you just need to remember who you are.